A fortnight after ethnic clashes broke out in Manipur, the fault line between the tribal Kuki and the non-tribal Meitei communities seems to have widened. Hello and welcome to The Print. This is Maushmi Das Gupta, and in this special broadcast, I'll tell you about what's happening on the ground in Manipur. I, along with my colleague Suraj Bisht, travelled to Manipur last week, and we were there for a week. We were in the valley and we also travelled to the neighbouring Kangpokpi district, which is dominated by Kukis. Something worrying seems to be afoot in the small northeastern state in the wake of the violence. As part of the relief efforts, the Meitei population in tribal majority hill areas has been moved out, with a similar trend underway in the Meitei-majority Valley areas. Add the fact that many people moved out of their own accord, and there are fears of segregation taking root. Barring a handful of top civil servants and police officers, Imphal has been cleared of almost all Kukis, civilians or otherwise, a Manipur government official told The Print. The official said that all the Meiteis living in the hill districts dominated by the Kukis have also been rescued and brought to relief camps and are being moved to Imphal Valley. Kuldeep Singh, the centre appointed security advisor to Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, had told The Print last Thursday that the exchange of people between the valley and the hill is almost over. He said that the majority of Kukis have been moved out of the valley and taken to their hometowns. Similarly, the Meiteis who were living in the hills have been evacuated and brought to the relief camps set across the hill districts. They are now being moved to the valley. Manipur has a population of 28 lakhs according to census 2011. Of this, the Meiteis are 15 lakh, while Kukis are approximately 8 lakh. Nagas constitute another 6 lakh, while others account for the remaining population. While the Meiteis are the majority, they live in the valley, while the Kukis dominate the hill districts. A senior state government official involved in the relief operations said that since May 3, when violence first broke out, approximately 20,000 Kukis have been evacuated and put up in relief camps across the valley, while about 10,000 Meiteis have been rescued from the hill districts and are being brought back to Imphal Valley. But observers said that unofficial numbers would be much larger. The violence witnessed in Manipur in the first week of May left a death toll of over 60. A Kuki BJP MLA was almost lynched by a mob on 3rd May and left with injuries so grievous he remains in coma in a Delhi hospital. On both sides, property belonging to the other community was set on fire or vandalized, as civilians were forced to flee to relief camps set up by the security forces and civil groups. While the Meiteis' demand for scheduled tribe status is said to be the immediate trigger of the violence, old resentments among Meiteis, suspicions about demographic changes in the hills and the potential consequences, and among Kukis, a perception that they are being targeted by the government of Biren Singh, a Meitei, served as a fuel. In the aftermath, there is a desire for things to return to normal, but fear lurks. The fear is so palpable that not only civilians, even elected Kuki MLAs, including from the ruling BJP, have deserted Imphal. Pauline Lal Haukep, a Kuki BJP MLA, told The Print that all legislators of the community have moved out of the valley. He said, and I quote, "Didn't you see what happened to our colleague despite being elected representatives? My colleagues and I felt unsafe here and decided to move out of Imphal." Unquote. A Kuki BJP leader who did not wish to be named said that Kuki BJP MLAs who had come to Delhi to meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah Monday did not fly back to Imphal. Most of them flew to Aizawl, from where they will go to Churachandpur or to Guwahati, and from there to their respective constituencies. This is because the Kuki MLAs do not feel confident to enter Imphal. the BJP leader said. He said, and I quote, "If this is how we feel, I don't blame the civilian Kukis if they are feeling unsafe and moving out of Imphal Valley." Unquote. Barring a few at the top, almost all the Kuki officials in the civil and police administration, senior, mid-level or junior, have taken temporary leave and moved out of Imphal. A senior Manipur Administrative Service officer said. A senior police officer said the Kuki constabulary and riflemen are all gone too. The same insecurity appears to have gripped the Meiteis too. When we were in Imphal and wanted to go to Churachandpur, a hill district, none of the drivers, all Meiteis, agreed to drive us there, fearing for their life. There is no way you can go to the hills if you are a Meitei. The segregation is complete. In Imphal these days, one often comes across the word Meitei typed on paper in English and Bengali script, pasted on the gates of houses that flank Kuki-dominated colonies. That's the first thing that catches the eye just before one enters Khongsai Veng, a small residential Kuki-dominated locality in the heart of Imphal. A Manipur police officer posted at Khongsai Veng said that these notices with the name of the community came up in the aftermath of the violence, because people are afraid that the Meitei mob might come and attack Kuki homes again. So the Meiteis living in the vicinity are displaying their identity so that they are spared. As in many other places ravaged by the violence, the air in Khongsai Veng is heavy with a burning smell. Broken shards of glass lie around, as do mangled iron gates, damaged vehicles and furniture. Framing the scene of destruction are fully or partially burnt houses. It is inhabited mostly by government employees belonging to the Kuki tribe. However, 2 weeks after the violence, almost all of them have gone, and the 200 odd houses in Khongsai Veng, where approximately 500 people lived, are empty. The locality is now primarily playing host to over 24 personnel of Manipur Police and Rapid Action Force who are on duty to protect it. Near to Khongsai Veng is Lamphel Pat, where government quarters of top bureaucrats, police officers, ministers, MLA and other government employees are located. This high security zone too was attacked on May 4 by an angry mob, and homes of the top police officer of the state, P. Dongil, Director General of Police, and his deputy, Additional Director General Clay Khongsai, both from the Kuki community, was attacked. The mob pelted stones inside the officer's house and tried to break open the iron gate with rods and sticks. Observers, including Manipuri academics and government officials from both the communities, said that the state has not seen such type of flushing out of people from a particular community ever. They say it is unprecedented in the history of Manipur. The government is calling it an exchange of people, but it's more like an exchange of prisoner of war. Observers say that the whole idea of flushing out Kukis from the valley is akin to ethnic cleansing of tribals from the valley. Y. Joykumar Singh, former Deputy CM in the first term of Biren Singh government and a member of the National People's Party, called the move impractical and unrealistic. He said that instead of restoring normalcy, this will further complicate the situation. He said that it is time now for dialogue between the elders of the two communities so that normalcy is restored in the state. That's all for now. Do log on to ThePrint's YouTube channel for more. Thank you.